Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Real Talks One podcast. Today, we are joining for a very important update that as of today, 28th of October, there is a massive corporate layoff going to go at Amazon. In fact, it's reported that 30,000 corporate employees will be laid off at Amazon starting today, and anyone who is going to the office today should be prepared for this. It's a broadly circulated news, and this is again one of the largest layoffs for corporate employees at Amazon. And I had been talking about it for the past few weeks that we will see such kind of layoffs, but even I did not imagine that it will go into that huge a number. In fact, back in 2022, 2023 timeframe, we saw these layoffs where they were laying off 20,000, 25,000 people, but apparently in 2025 they have even breached that number to 30,000. This comes back at the heel of earlier announcement where a memo was leaked from Amazon whereby they claimed that they are going to lay off 600,000, which is 6 lakh people over the next 2 years in their warehouses. And I did some research and found out that today Amazon employs close to 1.5 million people actually. I was thinking they were more around like 1 million ish kind of thing, but apparently it is 1.5 million people. And even in their corporate roles, they have close to 150,000 people. So you can think that the official number is 30,000 people, but I suspect it could be more based upon the pips and things like that that keep happening all the year. However, having said that, I really, my heart goes out to people who are embracing the winters and the holiday season is starting out. As I said, even the Halloween has not come yet. It's on 30th of October, next 2 days on Thursday. But even before that, the bad news has started. And unfortunate part is that Amazon is making these headlines, which would mean that the rest of the big tech would take clues from it and basically start a next round of bloodbath that will initiate. I know many of the people had commented about how can they lay off 600,000 people, whether the numbers are accurate or not. So I'd like to also address that. Well, these are the reports publicly reported. You can check it out online. That's the wording I'm using. However, the numbers can vary because this is an estimate that they said this is what they're going to eliminate. It could be a combination of existing staff members that they have plus the new hiring forecast that they have. So it may be a combination of like how many people they're going to get rid and maybe the number of new hiring that they're not going to do. However, since Amazon basically already have close to a 1.5 million on their payroll, I can imagine they can let go of 600,000 people. I mean, it's not that big a deal. I mean, it is definitely a big deal because now we are in the six-figure territory. Earlier, it was only five-figure territory, which itself was pretty huge. But you see, they are basically going both hands. On one end, they are letting go of people in the next 2 years who are in warehousing function. And as I basically covered in my podcast, that all the logistics, e-commerce, supply chain companies will follow suit, and you would see that there will be tons of people with the warehousing, supply chain experience out on the market right now, and even Walmart, Target, Costco, and bunch of other companies such as FedEx, uh, DPDG, etc. UPS, they are also going to basically wash their hands with warehouse staff and fulfillment center staff and things like that, right? So that's separate from the corporate employees. The corporate employees that Amazon has is close to 150K, and even there they are saying they're letting go of 30,000 people. This is not going to happen in the next 2 years. This is going to happen as of today. Like it starts from today. maybe in the next 1 or 2 days, or in a week they'll get rid of all of those people. So it's a big deal. The reason being is that somebody has to start. This happened similarly happened when we landed in the Q4 of 2022, and soon enough we saw pretty much every other company doing it, whether it was Microsoft or Meta, Google, Amazon, etc. Right? All of them basically did five-digit layoffs. Actually, every one of them. So this could be an indication that you will soon see a lot of five-digit layoffs across the big tech and the larger tech as well. So please be prepared. Make sure that you have enough funds for the winters. Ensure that your visa and everything else is taken care of, especially if you are in the US, given the troubling circumstances that are going on right now. So I wish nothing of this sorts happens to you, but if it does, then please be prepared. I have covered multiple podcasts around layoffs, and as well as some of the things that you can do with respect to posting things like that. So please be aware of those things. So let me take on a few questions and then I'll wrap up. Again, it's early morning for me as well, so I'm busy, but I thought I should convey this message so that people who are actually going to start office today in India should be aware that this is something they can expect. So if you get a call from the HR, if you get a call from your manager for like a 5-10 minutes meeting, please be advised this is a sign that basically today you are going to be laid off. This is how these things basically work out. So touch wood, I hope this doesn't happen to you. You don't have to see this day, but please be prepared, and please be standing by your friends and colleagues who do get cut today or in the next few days, and try to provide the comfort, your help them with referrals and whatever you can do, because today it could be your friend, tomorrow it could be you, your brother, sister, your family members. So we all have to stick together. We have to be a voice of reason, because corporate jobs are being lost left, right, and center, and bloodbath has started actually. So please be prepared. All these big tech companies that people used to eye for are no longer stable. It has been 4 years in the making, and it still is not stopping. And I had been warning people for a pretty long time that as soon as Q4 starts, you will see like a lot of distress in the market. So now the news is in front of everyone, and you can check out my past videos what I was saying. And some of the people were questioning it, challenging me, and it's fine. I think people don't accept until it happens to them, but this is the fact. This is the truth. So let me read a couple of questions. Keshav Miglani, should I learn AI? Will AI also take over AI engineer job? Should I consider changing my profession to medical fields such as pharmacy or nursing? It's very difficult to say exactly how things are going to progress, but currently learning AI and working in that could be lucrative because there is definitely targeted hiring in AI happening right now as we speak. But over a period of time, even the way cursor and co-pilots and other of coding softwares have evolved over the period of time, it seems that a lot of rudimentary, repetitive, entry level work can be done through coding agents as we speak right now. So people who are in the entry level phase will get the most impact. I have seen it across IITs and IIM as the hiring has significantly dropped. Now it has become a pattern that most of the IITs only are able to see a placement of about 70%. 30% people struggle to get jobs. And earlier, these people were getting jobs who are in IT field, and IT is not hiring. All the which companies have significantly dropped their hiring right now because they are not sure about the market and how it will play out. Their margins are being impacted very severely at as we speak right now. So these are trying times for all of us. I can understand that. So for me, if you are looking for a near term in the next, let's say 1, 2, 3 years, then maybe AI is a good ability to make some money, do some good there, because right now there is a hype around it. But I've also made another podcast where I talked about that hype is basically declining right now. You would see basically decline in the AI hiring. Meta just recently laid off 600 people within the AI section. I don't think it is a signal for a larger change that is happening across the AI industry, but it is a signal nonetheless. So you need to take care of the news, what's going on, and that's what I try to cover through each and everything. So take that as a signal that even within the AI sector, also you would see some change, maybe decline in hiring, maybe firing of more people as the time comes by. Because one, a lot of the hopes that people had from AI, it is not giving you that ROI right now. But then, even with whatever we have achieved through AI, is sufficient to basically eliminate even more jobs. Because, as I've said in multiple of my podcasts, that you do not need to eliminate the entire team, even if you are able to inflict damage to like 20, 30, 40% of the team members. And if you had a 10-member team, that means you no longer need the 10 people. You can do your job with like three, four, five people. That's still a very significant drop in employment, right? That we are going to continuously see. Other professions will not be saved as well. Any profession that is data and knowledge based, especially legal, medical, etc., unless it is compliance and regulatory required, that can be safeguarded. If you are in a government job, maybe that can be safeguarded. If you are in a fundamental research, that could be safeguarded. But as long as the job requires working with data, workflows, and it is not protected by compliance and regulations, it can be eliminated by AI. It is already doing that in the legal field, in the medical field. I mean, I use chat gpt, LLMs, Gemini, etc., very regularly for medical data interpretation, prognosis, etc., talking with doctors, etc., especially with respect to oncology and cancer. And I'm very pleased with the results, let me say that. And I have heard this anecdotally from multiple people that are using it on a daily basis to do their own diagnostics and talking with doctors, etc. And all of them are very pleased. In fact, the recommendation, the prescription that they get from the doctors is exactly same as what you see on ChatGPT. So if ChatGPT, with all its flaws and hallucinations, etc., today is able to give you the exact prescription that you get from a doctor multiple times over, right? I've been seeing it for the last couple of months, and I've heard this feedback from other people as well who have been using it. Then I mean, it's out in open for everyone to see what is the benefit of AI, right? If I can be benefit, so can you. So if that is happening, then for every small disease here and there, we don't have to consult with a doctor. We can just leverage our LLMs. We can build like a history of our vital statistics, etc., and just get the recommendation from there, right? So I am not recommending that you should avoid a doctor. That's not my intention. But I'm just tell you that even now the kind of prescriptions that I get from ChatGPT are exactly same as what my doctor gives. So that's there actually, right? So I would say be very careful as to what courses that you study. If you want to go in, there is another podcast. Please refer to it wherein I have talked about fundamental research and things like that. But if you are looking for a short-term gain, yes, AI can be a great area in the next 1 or 2 years. But again, as I said, even AI is being cracking right now. So be very careful as to what you choose and how you basically focus on your career. Naveen Kumar, Paramount Pictures has also announced layoffs 1,000 full-time salaried just 1 hour ago. You are right. I actually covered about Paramount Skydance just, I think, 2 days back. If you check out my podcast around layoff, I had already mentioned that. So thanks for confirming that that's true. And you can check out just my podcast about layoff. Just I made a couple of days back. I did mention about these companies. So that kind of validates what I was stating. But again, whatever I am stating right now, most of it you can find online when you search it, and you'll find those news actually. So I do not make these things up. I actually do my research and publish those for everyone's benefit. Some of them are not published because I get some internal chatter from people. I have friends across industry, so some of them are like that, but most of the things that I say is already public information. You can check it out. Our key codes. So, what skills should one focus to earn well and in long term? I would just say, being develop empathy, develop critical thinking skills. These are not specific skills for a given trade, domain, or a profession. but these will basically serve you very well: problem solving, adaptability, because one has to be adaptable, needs to understand critical thinking. Everything is not in black and white. Life is in grays, and you have to be able to understand, dissect the information. There could be something good, there could be something bad. Life basically brings you those kind of things. So for my own wife, actually, the kind of diagnosis that we get, everything is not like good, everything is not bad. So we have to really dissect the information to figure out where things are working out fine, where they are not, and build a kind of narrative as to whether she is healing, she is not healing, or what is bad. So let's focus on that, and what is good, let's continue to elevate that. So think it from that perspective. That will serve you well. And certain domains and areas which I think will be big in the next few years, and they'll continue to do a lot of investment there, will be nuclear research for energy, and of course weapons. Second will be, I would say, space exploration. A lot of interest is there, and anyone that focuses there would actually benefit from it. Then I think well-being and healthcare will be big, because people population across the world is aging. Fertility rates across the world are declining, including in India. It goes without saying, all your China, South Korea, Japan, Russia, they are in a very dire situation. Their TFR has actually gone way below two. Actually, they are much closer to 1.5, something like that, which is very, very, very low. US is kind of okay, but it's still lower than India. So I mean, it is a problem across the world. So healthcare, providing memory care, old age homes, etc. So automating those things. How do you facilitate senior folks, etc.? So anything related with that, providing senior care, and helping them out with AR, VR. So AR, VR will be also big. A lot of augmented reality, virtual reality will become a mainstream kind of a thing in the future, I think. And clean energy, I think, is a big deal as well. So wind energy, turbine energy, water, solar, these things will be big as well, because as energy needs of the world kind of continuously rapidly rise, and people want to be less reliant on fossil fuels like petrol, diesel, etc. So that would be another area for everyone to focus on. And robotics will be big as well. Like everywhere you will see self-driving cars. Autopilot is already there in airlines. So is it true in the ships, etc. as well. Now we'll see that in the mainstream cars, trucks, etc. Robotic, basically chefs, and as well as even for intimacy and emotional well-being, we are seeing robots that are spending time, sex dolls and things like that are also there. So again, anything to do with those kind of areas will be area of long-term growth for people. I mean, a lot of innovation has to happen, and of course, diseases are not going anywhere. So cancer, Alzheimer's, various kind of viruses, pathogens, etc. They are attacking human race. A lot of people are getting cancer. I mean, I myself am dealing with that kind of situation, right? So focusing on innovative cure of those kind of diseases, providing the healthcare, etc., will be big as well. So anyone who has ability to research, deep dive, etc., will be a very, very price skill as we move forward. And it goes without saying that one has to also focus on being able to connect with people, soft skills, being able to articulate yourself, quickly understanding the research from different areas, and processing it and synthesizing it to extract the beneficial information out of it, and leveraging it in your actions will also be very, very important. Our key codes: people in the following roles will be eliminated in Amazon. People experience in technology, operations and devices, services, Amazon Web Services. What roles are these? These are all corporate roles. So people experiences in technology, PXT, is the team basically considered as an HR team. They themselves also use a lot of analytics, and hiring, building training for people, etc. So typically, what you would think of an HR business partner, the HR organization, this is that organization, but with a technology arm to it. AWS is basically everybody knows it's the cloud arm of Amazon. Basically, these layoffs are across Amazon. Basically, all divisions are impacted. This is not targeted to a specific unit. For instance, when I talked about Meta, Meta did 600 layoff of AI people within the targeted AI unit, not across broad from Meta. But that across broad Meta layoff is also pending. It is going to come as well. So that's all from my side today. Don't want to take much of your time, but I think if this would have been beneficial to any one of you, please share broadly with your friends and colleagues, etc., so that they can prepare their minds. It is not going to help them from not getting laid off, but it is going to help them prepare their mind to when they listen this information. At least they can process it. They should not faint or lose hope. There is a lot of other things. If you have life, this is the benefit of being a human. If you can control your emotions, like there is a wording in Hindi, they say indriyon pe kabu kar pana. So if you can actually control your emotions, can process information well, be calm, then even if you fall today, you can again get up tomorrow and again look forward to a bright future ahead. Even if all those sombering news keeps coming across this year, but maybe the next year will bring some new light and new ideas. Today we are only able to foresee what is happening right now in front of us, but maybe tomorrow a new technology comes in or a new breakthrough comes in, and that opens up doors for multiple people. That's the hope we should all live with, even when we hear these kind of stories. So that's all I want to basically share with all of you folks here. So Vivek Singh Sindhu, please cover Zoho sometime soon. How are they pegged to do? I did cover about Aratai specifically, and glad you made this point. So if you see, already Aratai has lost the initial hockey stick growth that they saw. As it is, the interest in Aratai has already dwindled. I had already made a podcast about it earlier when there was a huge noise about Aratai and how it will compete with WhatsApp and whatnot. Apparently, people are not seeing the traction in Aratai as it is. Zoho as a company is fine. They got a lot of publicity and all. So maybe if they could have translated few of the incoming inbound interest to rest of the products such as ERP, CRM, and all, I think they will benefit there. But Aratai as such, I don't think the product will basically last. Maybe in next couple of months, people will completely forget about it because. As I said, it's just not about being having a product. It's about network product, right? Meaning, a majority of the people should install it, should talk on Aratai, then it is going to grow. So it's very difficult for now to compete with WhatsApp because it already has 2 billion people, and it's a simple technology. It works, and people just like to stick to it until something fundamentally different comes. So even when Instagram has come, still people use Facebook. I am using Facebook. I hardly check out Instagram and all. So I mean, public is divided on that, right? So it's very difficult for any incumbent new player to come in and challenge the incumbent. I mean, Google had Google Plus. It went nowhere. I mean, even with Google's experience and technology, it just completely perished, right? Same is true for Aratai. I don't think it is going to go anywhere. It is going to bite dust very quickly. Unfortunate. I mean, I also made a podcast where I did say that India needs to have its own sovereign tech because it is completely dependent upon third party, especially companies from the US, and it can be devastating for India because US can put sanctions, companies can completely eliminate people. So it will be a big trouble for India. But unfortunately, Aratai is not the solution as of today. Om Prakash, give some advice. Always tension, tension news you give. What to do in this condition? Provide answer, please. Sarji, please check out couple of my videos. Don't expect people will spoon feed you for everything. This news is for what is happening right now. It is unfortunate news. I agree with that, but that's the truth. I don't speak. I don't mince my words. I don't sugarcoat. I tell the way it is. That's why it is real talks. It's unscripted, direct from heart truth. There is no sugarcoating here. So please search this channel. There are a bunch of videos I have made that talks about like how to deal with layoffs, what are the future career options, what can you do, how to predict such kind of things earlier. So I'll encourage you to go and search for those podcasts. There are over 400 videos already on this channel. If you do that, you will get your answers, and if not, then I'm happy to answer those for you as well. But please do your due diligence, do some efforts before asking straightforward here. Some of those answers have already been published by me multiple times over the last 400 plus videos that are out there. Hopefully, Om Prakash, you get your answers, and sorry that I'm not giving you the tension, I'm just telling you the truth. Vivek Sandhu, have you used WhatsApp so fat, basically afraid of Meta snooping my data? You can't live without it actually, because whether you use Google, whether you use any AI application, LinkedIn, whichever tool that you're using today, they're all scraping your data. So you can't avoid that. So is WhatsApp actually. Good part is, since it is a US company, it is ethical company. At least on the paper, it is an ethical company, even though you may claim that Meta is not ethical. But thinking is that all these companies have access to all of your data. The question is whether they will implement or access the data to do something else. So typically, since I have also worked in these companies, what they do is that they will anonymize all the data that they get from all the different users, and as a segment they may still use that data to target you for like ads or marketing, SMS and things like that. Nothing beyond that. They are not going to sell your data to some third party company to say, okay, let's make money from this. That is what Indian companies do. So whenever you give your data to bank or Aadhaar, this and that, all Indian companies, including the Indian government, leaks the data to third party companies, which will bombard you with all the Bajaj FinServ loan apps and HDFC loan and car loan and credit card and this and that. Thankfully, this doesn't happen in the US. So from that perspective, you are secure. But yes, those companies have access to your data. But the good part is that data is encrypted or it is hashed. They use the data as a aggregate. So not only your data, but like thousands and millions of other people's data. Also, they take it together, and as a segment they will target it, but not you specifically or me specifically. So that's the good part. So even if they have all the data, they don't know who you are, because they will put the data together in a like a segment, and then they'll use it to target. So from that perspective, I think American companies still have higher ethics than Indian companies and Indian government per se, who will immediately share the data across various marketing companies. I mean, even your Aadhaar data is actually publicly available for marketing companies, etc. Unfortunately, that is how plagiarism happens in India. This is the sanctity of data that we live in India. So with that, I'll take your leave. I hope this was a presentation. Maybe someone of you might have liked it. Please share it, subscribe it, like it. I'm very pleased to say that a lot of people interact with me. That is why I do live podcasts rather than like record them and then upload later. It is easier for me, and then I get to interact with the learned people such as yourselves that come to this podcast to listen and ask questions, and I'm able to immediately answer those questions as well. So that's the format I like, because it is impromptu. There is no scripting that I do. I answer questions right there, and I like it. This is the way it has to be. So with that, thanks once again. I hope you are enjoying your time. We are about to move to November in the next 2 to 3 days. So I hope winter season comes in, brings in the warmth and the joy that you look for. Spend time with your friends and family. Jobs coming, jobs going, and all these are not big deal. If you are alive, if you are healthy, if your family friends are with you, you can surpass big challenges as well. So with that, I'll take your leave, and we'll get to you back to you with a new podcast sometime soon. Take care. Bye.